And welcome to another exciting double feature of High Vibe channeling for October 23rd, 2025. We are still waiting for other individuals to get in, but we're having a little discussion beforehand. And Arla Colette Williams, one of our stars for this evening, has some very exciting information that is just bubbling up inside her, and we can't keep her in, and we can't keep us in suspense and keep her in that painful mode of not sharing. So we will turn it over to her for the time being while we're waiting for those other precious individuals to make their presence known.
Um, well, of course, my kids and grandkids and great grandkids accept, that the Bigfoot or the Sasquatch, are a part of our lives. That my great grandson Benny, who actually saw the hairy kids when he was two, we were on the tractor and they were paralleling us, and he leaned up and he looked over, and I looked over and saw him, and he just watched them. He didn't say anything until they left, and then he just turned around and looked at me, and I just said, "Oh, the hairy kids." Well, he's spending the weekend with my daughter Nellie, who lives here next to me, and he got up this morning and he said, "Nana, I had a dream last night with the Bigfoot." And he either calls him Bigfoot or Gasquatch. So, but he said, "I had a dream last night with the Bigfoot." And he said, "They turned me into a little Bigfoot boy." And he said, "Then after a little while, they turned me back into a little boy." And Nellie asked him, she said, "Was it a good dream or a bad dream?" He said, "It was good." And then just giggled. So, oh
Fantastic.
my gosh, I just looked at him, and people ask him all the time. They know about us, and they'll ask him, "You mean you believe in Bigfoot?" "Yes, I believe in Bigfoot," he says. And they'll say, "Why?" "Because my mama says so."
I
So, but
love
he said
that.
he's had his own experiences too with him. And now, I mean, for a 3-year-old to say, um, "I had a dream last night with the Bigfoot," that's that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they don't make children like they used to. And thank you, Zoe and Christine and Christina Anna and Heidi and Miles for all popping in. We're still waiting a little bit, and I imagine we're going to have a tremendous discussion after the channeling is over, too, because there's all kinds of exciting things going on. And not just on my end, on everybody's end.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. But if we have a moment or two, and thank you all for joining, and we are recording, if anybody has anything that they would like to share, I know I have about a half hour's worth, but I get to talk all the time, whether people want me to or not. So please, somebody else take over. Without,
I'll sum up my week in a nutshell, I guess. I'm having all kinds of wonderful, joyous experiences. Um, I had a Mimigwese sighting, a little person. He's been leaving me some gifts. I've made contacts with different beings of all kinds. I even had a visit from a hybrid child today, which surprised me very much. Oh, I'm still in shock. It's just been a really wonderful week since last Sunday, and I'm very excited. And tonight, I couldn't wait for tonight all day long.
excellent. I'm so hyped for you. I really am. This is the most excited and
Yeah.
most energy I've had all day long. I just get so hyped up. Yep. And the hybrid children did mention you today. Make sure you watch their video if you haven't already, and Heidi too.
I did watch it, yeah.
Okay. And you guys are all, and they're part of that. And Heidi, you and Jennifer and Arla too are part of that teleconnect network that they are developing.
I get to be the grandma.
And
Yeah.
and it's a separate sense
Yes.
that's added to our physical being. That is freaking amazing. I'm just in awe every day and getting overwhelmed every day with all the love that's coming in. And there I go talking again. Oh,
That's the key. All the love that's coming in. And that's something, we need to stay focused on with everything that's going on in the world. And I can pretty much say that in 2010 and 2011 and 2012, which has been a while ago, Facebook was saying the same thing they're saying right now. It's all the same thing of people not respecting each other, people not listening to each other. And the one change that's such a plus is all the people like this group and others like them who are out there sharing that love and sharing that joy and that information that they're given. That is so much more now than it was then, and I love that.
yeah, I figured out I can just keep talking. I'll just have the mute on and that will everybody else can get something in.
Yeah, and I think your grandson's dream was pretty spectacular, Arla. I think I think that's what we all strive for, or hopefully, it's a very advanced uh, use of consciousness, um,
Yes.
and uh, and what a gift! I mean, what a absolutely staggering gift, and he got it,
Yeah,
and
he did.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
but I
It's like Ray was saying, he's one of the new children,
yeah,
born knowing. He's born
yeah,
knowing.
yeah. And I have a few of those grandchildren, well, children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren that do know already. Uh, yes, that's partly because, I go back to my grandmother. She was the open one, the one who helped me grow and understand. And I've always been open, you know, uh, with my daughter and my grandkids and my great grandkids now. And so this is something when they make that connection, there's nobody there to tell them, it's just their imagination.
You're passing the torch, and I cannot think of a bigger gift to give anyone that you love.
Yeah. Yep. I feel very excited about all of it.
Well, you should be, because you're the one bringing that light into this world, along with everybody in this group, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And welcome to Tony, who is coming into our group for the first time. And if you have any questions, Tony, just throw a little note in the chat, say, I have a question, and we'll have a question queue going on. And after we get our lessons from both of the different channelers, we'll open it up for Q&A. And thanks for Wendy and Dave for popping in as well. We always appreciate their energy and focus.
Yep.
Oh, oh my
And
God.
I'm excited to hear who's coming through Heidi. I thought about that all day long. Oh wow, I'm gonna soak it all up.
Well, we're going to find out right now because it is that time. We're waiting for Christina Anna to pop back in too, but she will be on as soon as her technological issues straighten out. And we're going to turn it over to Heidi Slater and her Love Collective to see exactly who is in that collective today and see what she can tell us. Thank you, Heidi.
Okay, so somebody is here. Greetings, loved ones. I am truly pleased to be with you. My message is simple and singular. It is a message of love. It flows all around you. I invite you to open your heart space at this time by placing your hands on your heart, if you wish, and allowing the love that is around you to come into your heart space, your sacred heart space. Imagine a point of light in your heart, the color of which you will intuitively see. And imagine that that light comes from you by your will, by your choice, into your environment, wherever you might be. And that light can ripple out and be felt by others. And that light, which is your loving essence, can brighten the space in which you are and provide a way for others to see their path, to open their awareness to the love that is inside them. And this is your choice. This is part of what you have chosen to do. To be here, many of you have chosen this, to be here at this time, to bring this energy of love into Earth's energetic field, which some call a grid, in which the flow of love and light travels around and through Earth, and whatever you send out in this grid does return to you. I invite you to send love through this grid, through your heart space, through your intention, for that is all you need, is your intention. Love is the power that turns and transmutes other energies and brings them up to match its resonance. So love expands in this way from you to others. We are at a time where this energy is needed. Do not underestimate the power of your sending this love to others. It is quantum, it is eternal, it is infinite. It is what everything is woven by this. And even the spaces and the silence are love. Even the quiet. I leave this message with you that you may think over it and think how you might expand your love, which you are. It is not only that you have love, you are love in light form. Holding a physical manifestation, a physical body, a physical form. And you can send love to your physical form in whatever groupings you choose, your organs, your cells, the water in your body, in your blood, in your cells, the water in your breath. You are eternal. You chose to come to a place of forgetfulness. And now is a time of remembering, where you rejoin what you are a member of, and you are remembering and becoming aware of what you already are. We love you, we honor you, we respect you. We are with you. We walk with you, we guide you. You need only to ask. We are here for you, always and forever. We are of the angelic realms. And may you be blessed on your journey. This journey is joyful. It may not seem joyful all the time. We are so joyful for you in being on this journey. For what you have chosen for yourself to complete, to do, is of the utmost importance, not only to you, not only to your intentions, not only to what you designed for yourself to do, but for all of us, for we are all one. We are all one family. And we are all in our spheres of existence. We are all in our different places of growth and development. Some of us as light beings, some of us in the physical realm. There is no hierarchy to this. We are all one. Some of us are in realms of remembrance, and some of us are in realms of forgetfulness. It is time for you to connect to Mother Earth in a way that increases your connection with her. It is time for you to think of the water and its loving energy and how it moves and how it moves throughout the universe. For Earth does breathe water in a way. Tiniest particles of water do leave Earth and travel throughout the universe and come in through Earth's atmosphere, the tiniest amounts. Yet it does. And it brings messages to and from Earth. And water is also quantumly connected throughout the universe. Water is one. So the water you have here is a gift of remembrance, a gift of connection. Connect to the trees, connect to the stars, connect to the moon, the planets, and connect to each other. For the ease of the love that you feel between yourself and these beings of nature that we have mentioned to you, this love, this ease of love to connect with them is also the ease of love that is coming, that you are connecting with each other. So connect with each other. Try it. In a way that you feel intuitively guided to do. We honor your time. Your time is a beautiful creation. Linear time is not something to be thought of as less. It is such a beautiful creation in the life you are living. It allows for learning in a way, in steps, in linear steps. You are so fortunate to be where you are. We greet you as we leave you in love. One moment, please. We offer an interaction with questions if there are any at this time.
Thank you, and that was very moving and lovely. What came to my attention today that some humans are developing an additional sense to be used for connection in the physical world. And can you expand a little bit on that and maybe any other senses which we may be developing for our light bodies and the new earth we are creating, please?
One of the first senses is the intuitive sense. As you focus on your heart space, this energy center is very connected to your intuition. A message of telepathy an expansion of telepathy is here in some beings who can feel very connected to not only the thoughts, but also the emotions of others. This is developing in a quiet way, for not many are speaking of it openly. And some experiencing it are not exactly sure what they are experiencing and are still learning about it as through their experience. But based on what they are experiencing, they cannot say that they are not experiencing it. One example is the clearer connections that are happening between the clearer understanding of the connections that happen between individuals and their loved ones who have passed on. They have the ability to hear and hear thoughts and communicate through thought. And this, which already exists, this experience which already exists among many, will become is an ability, but will become, awareness of it will increase, which will help individuals to develop it. First among family members, this, at the time that it will take a long time to develop and become something that society accepts. For although individuals, many, many, many individuals are aware of this, it is not something that society accepts. There is still some fear surrounding the thought of someone reading someone's thoughts. And that will have to be alleviated. That fear will have to be alleviated for people to trust each other. And there will also be some increase in the ability to control one's thoughts. So that they do not harm another, by allowing random thoughts to transmit. Meditation will play a part in this. Did you have a follow-up question?
Not me personally, no. I'm going to turn it over to the next person in line. It's just so much love energy coming through, and the depth of the emotion and your responses are just kind of numbing. We all just want to bask in it as opposed to responding in a 3D way. But I'm going to turn it over to Arla for her question. Thank you.
Thank you so much for helping us to remember that there are things that we can do. Do you have a suggestion for people to help them to remember a little more and help sustain them as they're calling back the memories?
You're asking for something people can do to help them remember to call back the memories of who they are.
Yes.
The wisdom keepers. This is one of the roles of the wisdom keepers all around the planet. They are coming forward to share their knowledge and their practices, and through these practices and teachings, a person can be exposed to a teaching that reminds them of something that once happened that they did not pay much attention to. It was always an experience that they didn't much talk about, so it sat in the back of their remembrance for time. But the wisdom keepers will teach, and will teach things that confirm and bring back to remembrance those experiences, which will start them on their path of remembrance, which is a joyful thing for us to see. For we see it all happening at once. And each person will be guided at the time, and sometimes guided many times before they will follow through with something they are led to do, a gathering they may go to, or something they may listen to that prepares them for the next time, just a little bit more for the next time they receive another invitation. Our gratitude for the wisdom keepers is immense, for they took on a role of great importance during these times. Their energies are immense. They brought with them everything they needed on a soul level to be
Shut
here
up, Jack.
at this time. They brought with them on a soul level everything they needed to fulfill this role at this time. We honor and revere them. Does this answer your question?
Yes, it does. And love energy is palpable. You can actually feel all the love that you are bringing. Thank you so much for doing that.
This is something that came into a recent channeling that we are bringing in. This love into the physical realm from the angelic realms.
Ah!
There is no fear here. There is love here, and it is expanding. Compassion. We invite the next question, if there is one.
Jennifer?
Yes, hello. Thank you so much for giving us your messages and filling us with your love. I have a question about courage, for me and for anyone else who might be going through not feeling or having the courage to truly be themselves. For everybody, I feel like I can share parts of myself with certain people, but I would like to be able to shine my light to everyone and feel like I don't have to hide it.
Courage and wisdom go hand to hand. You came here with all the courage you needed, all the courage you need for this incarnation. It is about becoming aware of your courage and using your courage with wisdom to know that regardless of what others think or don't think or don't like, your courage is in you and for you. Sometimes courage is talking, and sometimes courage is sometimes courage and wisdom is talking, and sometimes courage and wisdom is waiting. You are talking about you're talking about acceptance. You're talking about acceptance from others.
Okay, wrap it up.
Is this what you're referring to?
Yes.
Fear of not being accepted by others is a safety. It is a safety connected to your safety. So, a combination of becoming aware of, hold on one moment, please. Wanting to be yourself does not always have to depend on what other people think of you. And I know you know this. And so it is a process that you will walk through, and it is not important that you are there now. It is important that you are walking on through this process. And as was mentioned before, using your courage and your wisdom to help you navigate through this process, and understanding that although it is a part of this experience for people to fear not being accepted, it is also part of the illusion of this experience. For fear is the illusion. There is a verse that says, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Bringing peace into your heart and saying, I bring peace into my heart. I bring peace into my heart, and I call upon the benevolent beings to help me use my wisdom and courage in this, with these people, or in this situation. And I do not allow my heart to be troubled. I do not allow it to be afraid. I walk in peace. I act in peace. This will help you to have a perspective that fear is part of the illusion here. Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you.
I will start by saying peace is in my heart. And I'm very connected to angelic energies ever since I was a very small one. And at some point, even more so, when I had some dreams that connected me to some archangels. One of which asked me if I would allow him to habitate in me.
which I did. But more recently, and actually probably as a result of Jennifer's recent channeling of Archangel Jophiel, I have felt ever so more angelic presence. I would say that an expanded connection to it. And so on a personal basis, I'm asking for a little more information as to what is available. You also mentioned the wisdom keepers, and that resonated with me. For as a very young boy, I was trained to pray for the guardian angel every night as I went to bed. And I used to make my own little prayers, and I would ask the guardian angel to make me wise. I wanted wisdom. Anyway, just personal question, I guess. Whatever you can offer.
The prayers of a child are especially dear. For us, and we carry them with honor and care. They are pure. The intention. This is why we are taught to be as a child. Know that your prayer was heard. It was carried in love. It was answered in love. Over time throughout your life in small ways.
I feel that so deeply, more so now than ever.
And from these small seeds will grow large trees of beautiful acts that will reach many places, many people's hearts. All of this from a prayer of a young child. This is why we love these prayers. They are like the tiniest seed. So you will keep going as you wish, as your intention. It will carry the energy that you had as a young child. You will carry that energy with you and act now as a young child and keep that childlike guidance in your life.
I felt so much love as a child. My heart was so open. Thank you.
How can we best help others overcome their fears and their and investigate their triggers?
We will answer how we can best help others to best overcome their fears. We have one final thing to say to Louis, and that is that you were deeply loved as a child, as you all are deeply loved, always. The question, how can we help others overcome their fears? And was there a second part?
And work through their triggers.
First and foremost, this is a process that everyone must do on their own, and they must accept that they have fears and that they have triggers. Yet your question is, how can we help them? And that is by doing this ourselves, by doing this each person themselves, they are modeling this, then they are radiating an energy that others will pick up on and notice. And they may understand through observation, or they may ask, how is it that you are so grounded? How is it that you feel this way? And you will spread the message of love over fear, and they will begin to emulate this or bring this into their life. And so it is a within and without. So within, so without, where the environment responds to what is within you. Others are in that environment, and as they go within, then it will ripple from them as well. You're sensing you are looking for a practical, something specific to do.
Actually, I'm just open for whatever answers come through because I know they will be beneficial for anyone who encounters this information. And thank you very much for that. And I'm sensing that sending them love and praying and knowing that they will understand what they need will be about the best thing that we can do from a physical level, because that is bringing spirit into them and their experience to open them up to more possibilities where they can look within and grow.
The stronger energy prevails. And what you are describing is an effective, practical thing that you can do for others. in conjunction with increasing these energies within yourself, it will work together. We thank you for your insight in this collaborative conversation.
Thank you.
Love and fear cannot coexist. And so the path to conquer fear, is it not to open fully to love?
The full understanding of what that means is the teaching journey, is the learning journey. To open fully to love, one might ask, what does that look like? How does that feel? In sitting alone, meditating, it is simple to open to love. But then to see someone with whom your ideals clash, and to see love in them and through them, is often beyond the scope in the beginning of this journey.
To see beyond what's in front of you, to see into the soul of that which is in front of you, is to open to love. And is necessary.
For when you see the soul, you see who they really are, beyond the role they have chosen to play in this realm.
Yes. But it only takes one step to begin to see that. And it grows. And it grows. And it grows. And it will match any fear that shows up. It will grow bigger than any fear that shows up. Thank you.
We thank you too.
It does not appear, unless anyone has another question, that we have anyone who's coming forth. So
I just want to say something, and that is that I am full of love for all that you are. All of you. And all of the energies that are coming through all of you. Beyond my comprehension, I am in love with all of that.
We are all one.
do you have a parting message or an individual message for anyone in attendance?
There is no lesser. There is no one who is less here. Know that you are loved because you are. Nothing you need to do. You are here for many reasons. To learn, to play, to help. None of these increase or decrease that you are loved. You simply are loved. We leave you now and rejoice in you.
Oh, my angelic realm, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
They're so happy, and they're so, like, happy is not the right word, joyful.
And that energy comes through.
Yes, it does.
I'm so glad that you could, because I could feel it. I could feel their joy. And so I'm so glad when you can feel their joy.
Yeah.
It's dark in here. I'm going to turn this light on. I should have done that.
You
Oh.
could literally feel the love as if someone had just poured something over you, and it just totally became a part of who you were. And when we can get to that, when that's brought to us, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. Thank you so much, Heidi, for opening yourself to bring all of this and the angelic ground through. It's wonderful.
Thank you. I have been told that their love comes through as physically. So,
Yep.
yeah.
But the purity of it is just beautiful in itself. And it just resonates through every cell.
It is the love that we have been seeking because we remember it. It's not the little LOVE love.
Mm-mm.
It's the very big, big, big one.
Yeah. It's what Kashima calls the knowing. When you feel it, when you immerse yourself in it, it's more than what humans would understand as a knowing. But when you feel it, you know.
And it gets you to the place in which you want to cry of joy, of
Yes.
absolute joy.
Yes.
My eyes always tear up when the angels come around. I wanted to say, um, I hear the younger people in the world saying it hits different, and I feel the angels definitely hit different for me anyway. Luis, just like you, I had a very strong angelic connection when I was a child, and I don't feel like they left me or anything during my 10 years in the desert. I
How
call
could
it.
you?
Exactly.
You are one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't leave you.
But getting reconnected like this it's life altering, really. And Heidi, thank you so much. I can't that energy is just so, the way I don't know, when you bring it through, it's just so, I feel it in my heart, and it's
I
wonderful.
feel that Heidi is it.
Well,
Well,
the low vibrations cannot exist in the realm which she brings forward. So it's impossible for us to have any of those quote unquote low vibrational thoughts because there's no room. It's all just love.
she
Um,
is the personification of bring it, and she definitely brought it.
it was an interesting experience the other day. Um, this hadn't happened before, but this happens to me at work sometimes. I'm just sitting there and then, a being will come in and it's not it'll just be in the room, in the space. And it doesn't matter what I'm looking at. It could be a video screen that's in the room, the chalkboard, whatever. It's all love. It's all love. And one time it was like some kind of the old NBC Peacock. Was it NBC that had the
Yeah,
Peacock?
yeah.
And that was on there, and it was like, it was all love. Just like, this is so not the way I grew up. You know what I mean? Like having that come in, and that was a good experience because it gave me insight. Like it literally is, everything is love. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. Anyone else care to share? And yes, sparkling. We're none of us are used to that such love and the heart opening. It's just nice to have something to look forward to getting used to that. That's about as close to the hybrid children as, what we can hope
Well,
to
well, I'll
get.
tell you a little tiny story. When I came back from my retreat a couple of days after, I went to a local Aldi store, kind of a newer one. And as a result of that, not as busy as some of the other ones. But still, there were, quite a few little folks in there. So as I walked the aisles, it hit me that I saw every person or little nucleus of family that was there, from not the appearance of what they are and what they were doing, but I could sense kind of a little deeper into who they are. And I could feel the love that they had. Even some that on the surface looked a little grumpy, a little unto themselves, maybe. I and I said, "Well, that's really interesting for me." And I said to myself, "Let me walk the whole store and see if I can keep myself in this." And I was amazed. I could do the whole store, and I left the place. I said, "Boy, I got to try that next time I come here, or go to some other place." But anyway, uh, it was beautiful because it's about peeking a little bit beyond what the appearance, the basic appearance is. And that is tapping into the stream of love. And when you do that, it creates like a desire to expand that. And that desire is you follow it, and it's amazing. Anyway, it was
Thank you
just a
for
story.
sharing. And that was a topic of that the beings of light covered yesterday, just what you said. Seeing beneath the appearances. I just put the link for that in the session. But if nobody else has anything else, we're going to take a little bit of a break so I can go stretch my legs and recoup some energy back into my form that's all rising up and
You could also
rejoicing
take
in
a,
spirit.
people can take a few minutes to actually baste and let that ripple through their entire body, you know, and make sure that it's they're giving it all the use they can right now, because love, we certainly can use it.
Yep. So we'll be back in another 5 minutes.